seemed like he just controlled pace, tempo, and everything. What did you see from him?
That's what he did. He controlled the game, got us organized down the stretch when they were threatening. He hit a bunch of big shots, distributed the ball, rebounded. He did everything, but there's a reason, he's going to the Hall of Fame. He's one of the great point guards ever, and he's still got a lot left.
What are some of the subtleties in his game that make him so effective still in what he does at this stage of his career?
He's a master of the pick and roll, just understanding angles and using his strength to get defenders on his side or on his back. And then, he just reads the decision so well, to pass or shoot. You saw he had several lobs to Trace, and then when they played the lob, he would pull up and make the mid-range shot. So, it's a great way to be able to close games when Chris is going to get you a good look.
You talk about Chris, especially the first half. Seemed like the Spurs were kind of building a lead. Chris just kind of making the shots when you needed, just to kind of keep it manageable.
Yeah, I didn't like the way the game started. I thought we were a step slow, and then I picked up the pace in the first half was fast, but I liked our level of competition. As we went on, the third quarter defense, after that quick 8-0 start for them, we really turned up our defense, and I don't know what they shot in the second half, but we held them to 42, and the way that team had scored on us the other night and in the first half, that's what it was going to take to win the game.
Was it just a matter of effort there in the third quarter defensively, or did you do anything a little differently defensively?
No, we weren't doing anything differently. I think just the effort, but the connection, if one guy's out of place and everybody's giving great effort, it still results in 2 points. So I just felt we were better connected in the second half. And as that went, we picked up some momentum and got multiple stops in a row, and that changed the game.
You guys only allowed 1 point in the last 2:43 without Draymond after he fouled out. How much does that mean to you to see your guys being able to do that without him?
Yeah, I mean, it's not easy to do. Obviously, he's our best defender, but it was also an indication of how good Trace was. He was incredible tonight at both ends, and his paint presence, rim presence, 11 boards. Also had 5 assists. Obviously, the great dunk near the end. Trace is really giving us a different dynamic from that spot, and it's really fun to see him growing and developing.
What did you make of the dunk?
I mean, that's 2 guys about as high as humanly possible, and one guy barely getting the ball over the other guy's arm. That's what NBA fans, come to see. Feats like that, it's just doesn't seem human.
What did you think of the way Brandon bounced back coming off the bench tonight?
BP was tremendous, and it wasn't just the numbers. He was great defensively, fighting down on the block on the weak side, boxing guys out. He was very physical with his defense, and then he just gets us organized offensively too. Both when Chris is out or if they're playing together, he's just got a great sense for the game.
Just big picture, first win of the year without Steph, just how satisfying is it for this group if you kind of get that monkey off the back?
Yeah, we needed that, and obviously we'll, reassess tomorrow, but I don't expect him to play in Dallas, and so we got another tough game coming up, and, we needed this one. Obviously, we're in a fight right now, down the stretch of the season, so good to get the win and build some confidence without Steph, too.
Just one question about Wemby. Do you think Coach Pop is a good coach to help Wemby for his development?
Pop is the perfect coach for his development. Pop has seen it all. He is a believer in fundamentals more than anything. When you have a young player like that, you have to, I think, bring him along at the right pace, and I think Pop understands what that means. He's probably the best at it. The way he's helped develop players in the past, Ginobili, Parker, Kawhi Leonard, Tim Duncan. He's one of the great coaches of all time, and he's going to support him, but he'll challenge him, and he'll teach him fundamentals, and he won't give him any leeway. You know, the fundamentals, to be a great player, you have to master them. And I know Pop is working on that with him every day.
Right. So you think he succeed with the new generation?
I'm sorry?
Do you think he can succeed with the new generation?
Wembenyama?
Oh yeah, between there is a gap with Pop.
Oh,
Yeah.
the generational gap between the two. Yeah, I mean, there's a reason Pop is still coaching. You know, if he wasn't still really effective and enjoying it so much and passionate about it, then he wouldn't be doing it anymore. So he's the right guy. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have a few guys in here short last stand. Here, we're gonna try it.
Take us through that dunk over Wemby. What'd you see, and how did you able to finish that over?
I saw that he overplayed it, and then he overplayed it to my right, obviously. I'm left-handed, so I think I spun or got to my left hand, and then I had to step on him. So just trying him. I told Loon before the game that if I got the chance to try him, I would. But at the end of the day, sometimes you dunk on people, sometimes you get dunked on, so it's just a basketball play.
Just in general, what keyed that second half defensively? What do you think changed from the first half to the second half?
I'm just rotating out. I thought we were flying to the ball. Early in the game, we were trying to get situated a little bit, but after we kind of found our groove, found the rotations that we needed to do, it felt good. We just played hard. We got to playing super hard, and at the end of the day, that will carry you.
What's it like catching the lob from Chris Paul?
It's great. He's really a coach out there. It's crazy. He tells you exactly what you need to do, where you need to be, and then at the end of the day, just going up there and finishing it. And so he's a great teammate. He's really, really fun to play with.
You and I have talked a little bit about some of your favorite dunks from this year. Is it safe to say that you have a new one?
Yeah, that's probably number one right now. So we'll see what the future has in store.
Have you been able to watch the replay yet?
Not yet. I'll probably see it when we get back in the locker room. So.
When you throw it down at the basket instead of connecting.
Sometimes that's just how it is. Just kind of instinct. I didn't think I could get all the way over his hand, and so just trying to stretch my arm and just be in the air longer than he can. And sometimes you just got to throw it. So got him, I guess.
A few days ago, you were blocking Giannis. Tonight, you're dunking on Wembenyama. I think you challenged him at the rim too.
Mm-hmm.
How much, I guess, pride do you take in defending and going at some of the biggest and most talented, most athletic players in the league?
They're great players. But at the end of the day, you got to just take on that challenge and you got to accept it. I play with Draymond, and sometimes I go in for him. And every time he says something to me, he gives me confidence. And so I just try to go out there and perform every time. And so tonight he said, just go take care of business, because they went on a run, and he was like, and then Chris was like, Dre, you want to stay in? And he was like, nah, Trace, you got it. You got us. And then continue just to play well. So when you got guys like Dre doing that, it gives you a lot of confidence.
How much have you learned from Draymond this year defensively? I mean, to close the game tonight, it was just you out there with him fouled out, and you guys held them pretty much scoreless.
So much. Just where to be on rotations. At halftime, if we're messing up, if he sees something that I can do better, he's always coaching me, trying to lift me up and trying to make me a better player. So he's a great vet to learn from.
Cool. Appreciate you.
We're going to have CP3.